Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the final hour of the morning show here on Sky News. This Wednesday morning, the UN calling for an investigation into the death of a young woman who was being held by Iran's morality police. 22-year-old Mahsa Amini died after being detained by police last Tuesday. Her death has sparked days of violent protests, with her father accusing the force of being responsible. Joined now by Executive Director of Iranian and Kurdish women's rights organisation, Diana Nammi. Hi, Diana. Thank you for joining us. We were just talking there, weren't we, about this absolute tragedy. Poor girl.
Poor girl. It is an absolute tragedy, yes. It's thinking about the young girl going from a small city in Kurdistan to the capital city of Iran, in Tehran, to enjoy a few days with her family and brother. But then in the first day, she was arrested for not having a proper hijab covering herself fully. So she was arrested, and after 2 hours, she was in coma. And people who were in the van, and later they said that she has been beaten on the head, and it was then she went into coma, and after 2 days her body was given to her family. So it's really a tragic incident. It's not the first one in Iran that has happened for women. It has been for long that women are demonstrating against this oppressive situation for them. And I remember from the very first day when the Islamic Republic of Iran come to power, the first demonstration in Iran was against hijab. Thousands of women came to the cities, in Tehran mainly, and other cities, even in Saqqez and other cities. They demonstrated against hijab, and women didn't want it. But it has been forced. Women has been forced to wear hijab. And when I am saying forced, I mean they have been by throwing acid on women's face, women's legs, by even putting their hijab with needles on their forehead, by slashing them in the street and in public, by imprisoning them, by beating them, by even executing them. So the force is there, and it's a law in Iran, it's a Sharia law, that all women has to cover themselves by certain things that Iranian government has imposed to women. So this demonstration has been there forever, and during times the situation getting better, getting a bit open, because women really demonstrated all the time. They were trying to not cover themselves. Women in Iran always have been very liberated, and they wanted to have a free life, free from any form of oppression. And it has not been tolerated. But recently, then the government started again to force women to cover fully hijab, and they put lots of camera, and there's a special guard, morality
Tell me
police.
about the morality police.
Yeah, they are the special guards that they want. They are in the street all the time, and especially they are checking on women, their hijab, their attitude. Sometimes they arresting them for wearing makeup or things like that. They are in different parts of the country, not only in Tehran, but they started to, of course, many women in Iran not fully covered, but they cannot arrest everyone. So they're picking from a community of women anywhere when they are seeing them. And they try to control not just women, anyone with any other behaviors, but especially they are made to have their focus on women and controlling women.
And these series of demonstrations that we have been seeing, with hijabs being burned in the street, women cutting off their hair on social media, do you think it will make any difference?
Oh, definitely. I think it's a wake-up call for Iranian government, women in Iran, and all around the world, especially in Iran. In this very militarization situation, they are so brave, are on the street, all men and women, and they demonstrate. And even their slogan is gone even more than just the abolition of forced hijab or complementary hijab. It's about changing the militarization, about even changing government. The demonstration has been now for 4 days, and it didn't slow down. And so many people has been killed or even arrested, and about nearly 200 people has been injured, even young children. So government start to shooting people directly on the street and arrest them. And everyone, especially government's passage and the morality guard, now they are not in official clothes, but they are wearing just normal clothes and going into demonstration to make the demonstration to look
well,
different.
The police say that her death was unfortunate and that she had a heart attack.
This is a big lie that government try to, to change the people's mindset. This is not true. She has been, it is evident, there are evidence that she has been beaten up and her scalp has been damaged. And after that, she had bleeding in her brain. Yeah. And that's the reason that she has been killed.
Thank you for taking the time to join us this morning.
My
we
pleasure.
really appreciate it. Thank you very much
for having me.
indeed. Of course, we'll continue to